Good morning. Rise and shine, my friends. Today is Friday, June 7th, and this is Wake Up with KERA News. I'm Katherine Hobbs. Thank you so much for starting your morning with me. The highs will peak around 95 this weekend, and it looks like Saturday is the only day without rain, so plan your outdoor activities then. Earlier this week, I talked about being a runner in high school, and while I absolutely loved it, equestrian sports will always be my first and longest love. I've been riding my entire life, and while hunter jumpers will always be my favorite discipline, I think I've tried just about all of them, from barrels to stunt riding to 3-day eventing. Each discipline has its own rules and expectations in terms of safety gear, but wearing a helmet has always been non-negotiable for me. A few concussions later, I've never regretted it, but now the sport as a whole is reevaluating how it can help keep riders safe. More on that in a minute, but first, let's get you the news you need to get this weekend started. Dory Wiley is the president and CEO of Commerce Street Investment Management. He's been working on an initial analysis of the Dallas Police and Fire pension system's investments. Wiley told the city's ad hoc committee on pensions that the fund was performing below average compared to other systems in Texas. Dallas's public safety fund actually ended up ranking dead last in 10-year net returns all across the state. Wiley's analysis showed that the fund's assets need to be reallocated, but he does believe that the fund has the potential to earn more on returns. City officials will use his analysis to present a plan to state regulators, and they're going to be detailing how the billions in unfunded liabilities can be remedied. The deadline for that report is November 1st. A large number of Dallas County women get pregnant before they're ready to start a family. The birth rate is 23.2 per 1,000 teens, and that's much higher than the state and national averages. Many local women attend community college, and while 70% are unable to access their preferred methods of birth control, Dallas College was only ever able to offer condoms and a referral. After 5 whole years of forging a partnership with the college and with Parkland Health, CPAL rolled out a shiny new pink and purple women's wellness bus this month. They plan on visiting each campus about twice a month, and they'll be providing same-day birth control options and women's health checkups, regardless of a woman's ability to pay. North Texans are talking about a new true crime book called The King of Diamonds. The former Dallas News editor, Rena Peterson, investigated the nearly forgotten case of a jewel thief who robbed wealthy Dallasites for years. KERA's Jerome Weeks talked with Peterson about what her book reveals about the thief and our city.
Rena, you begin your book, The King of Diamonds, with your own arrival in Dallas in 1970. You started work as a reporter on the night desk. Why is that significant?
That was the last year that the King of Diamonds operated. I arrived just as people began speculating, where did he go? And I thought, well, what do they mean? Where did who go? And I started reading the files about the jewel thief who couldn't be caught.
So, this thief was breaking into wealthy Highland Park homes and stealing jewelry that you believe totaled more than $6 million. But what makes him incredible is the police think he pulled more than 40 robberies from the mid-50s to 1970. You think it's actually more than double that, which means on average, he was breaking into homes about every 2 months for 15 years.
My best guess is that there may have been over 100 burglaries. And like you say, if you averaged it, that was quite a clip. I think I could make a really good case that he was one of the best jewel thieves in the country because of the duration of the thefts, because of the monetary value. These weren't just little penny ante snatch and grabs, and because of the fact that it was a very small area. Highland Park is only 2.24 square miles.
Yet, with all that going on, all those police reports, you spent 6 years doggedly researching this. Why so long?
Well, the problem was that all the Dallas police records disappeared over time, and all the FBI records were destroyed within 2 or 3 years. So I pieced together what I could.
Much of the attention given the King of Diamonds is about how you eliminate suspects one by one. It's like a suspenseful game of Clue. What's been overlooked, I think, is your book also presents this cross-section of Dallas in the 60s. Some of the richest oil money in the world, some of the best-known families in Dallas history, were perfectly comfortable socializing with violent criminals. Even the police department had gambling rings in it.
Yes, Dallas really was a city full of Gatsbys. A lot of people came into money with big oil, and oil people were gamblers at heart. They risked their money, they lost it, they got it back. So it's just part of the thrill, part of the adrenaline rush. I had always been told that organized crime never had a foothold in Dallas, but it came in through gambling. And hand in hand with the gambling went drugs and prostitution and other vices, with a wink from the city fathers, because they gambled too. Everybody gambled.
So there were years of these break-ins, lots of speculation and gossip about how the thief must know these homes, know these people. Yet 50 to 60 years later, some Dallasites still wouldn't talk to you about it.
High society is like a city within a city, and you wouldn't want to have someone in your family involved in something unseemly. And yes, a couple people hung up on me. The police thought, and I finally determined they were probably right, that it was someone from a prominent family. And the family was very protective of their reputation in the community.
That was author Rena Peterson talking with KERA's Jerome Weeks about her new book, The King of Diamonds. Well, y'all, the Mavs have lost the first game in the NBA Finals to the Celtics, 107-89. Game 2 of the best-of-7 series will start this Sunday in Boston. When you think of sports with the potential for concussions and other types of brain injuries, your mind probably goes to football, right? Well, equestrian sports also present a huge risk for rider safety. I mean, after all, horses are hugely powerful with a mind of their own, no matter how strong the bond between horse and rider is. But leaders in the sport are trying to find ways to minimize athlete risk. Using the right equipment, wearing helmets and safety vests, regular veterinary checkups, and improving course safety are all priorities across the disciplines. But British Eventing says that's still not enough. Now they're starting a new research project in which riders will wear sensors that determine associations between speed, performance, and falls in cross-country. Their goal is to create safer courses for riders and their horses while evaluating the effectiveness of current safety procedures. If you're looking for another Pride event this week, the Dallas Arboretum and Botanical Gardens has you covered. This weekend is the return of their 3rd annual Pride in Bloom celebration. The Arboretum will be highlighting local LGBTQ+ artisans, entertainers, chefs, and small businesses. For more ways to celebrate Pride across North Texas, check out kera.org/calendar. Thank you so much for starting your morning with me today. I'm so glad you take a few minutes each day to listen. Be sure to subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA newsletter as well, also by yours truly at keranews.org, and give us a follow on Instagram and Threads at KERATX. I'm Katherine Hobbs. We'll chat again on Monday.